I'm coming at you with a really important question. Would you date you? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I don't care if you're married or single or dating or fianced, or is that a word? Uh, you know, whatever it is, I'm not even asking what your relationship status is. You need to answer this question no matter what it is. Would you date you? And I want you to think about how you were, or if you're single now, how you have been, but if you're in a relationship now, how you were when you first started dating anyone, whether that's your person right now or someone else. Think of how you are when you first date people. We tend to put on, of course, our best selves. We tend to put forward our most lovable energy. And as we're in relationships, that can often go away. And we can start acting like someone that we weren't in the beginning. And that's what I want you to think about. However long you're in a relationship or have been in the past, I want you to think about the best qualities of yourself, the things that you probably, by the way, are complaining about not seeing in your partner. So I have people in the office often who will say things like, I want my partner to be more compassionate or more fun or more gentle, more loving. I want them to say nicer things to me, whatever. There's lots of things we want. And I always say the same thing. And those of you who have met with me know I do this. I always say, well, then you have to be that. Be the person you want to see, you want the other person to be. And think back, and sometimes it can be very motivating, to how you were in the beginning. What kind of lightness did you have? You didn't have all the baggage with this person. You didn't have years of resentments build up. You were just seeing this person in a certain kind of light. That often changes over time, and it's not always fair how it changes. Things happen in our relationships, things get said, and we start to build these resentments and these grudges or whatever those are, and they really, taken in and of themselves, aren't always such a bad thing. So, for example, I had a couple in here about 2 weeks ago now, and she was complaining that she came in with the groceries. She'd come in with the groceries, and her husband had walked in the room as she was putting things on the counter. And he asked some question, like, did you say something to one of the kids or something? I don't know. He asked a question. And she got really upset and really kind of went off on him. She's like, hey, I'm bringing in all these groceries. You're coming at me with questions. How about offering to help instead of just asking me stuff and you don't even realize, and I feel like a maid around here. And boy, she started to go, I'm not appreciated and you never offer to help. And all of this language and all this kind of started coming out. And of course, he got defensive, like, I just walked in the room. If you want help, ask. I didn't realize. I thought this was it for the groceries. You're standing here. I didn't realize there was a whole other, load in the car. And she, of course, was like, well, you should know that. I grocery shop every week, and there's, 6 of us here in the house. So, of course, I have to, 2 bags of groceries aren't going to be it. And it just became crazy. And what I said to her was, if this had been, your first, let's say, few months together, and you had come in with 2 bags of groceries and you'd asked a question, do you feel like you would have had that same response? And, and to her credit, she really sat and thought, and she goes, well, I guess probably not, but it's been years and he always does it, and then it came. And I said, yeah, I get that. But in the moment, this thing you were so upset about wasn't really just the thing. It was what you considered years of this behavior and not feeling appreciated. And so we do this a lot and all of us do. I've done it. We do this a lot in our relationships where we sort of jump on people because we're putting together years or months of their behavior as opposed to whatever happened in the moment and reacting to that in the moment. And I said to her, is this a person you like to be? This, kind of explosive. I said, did you do this in the beginning? Were you guys like this in the beginning of your relationship? And he very quickly answered, absolutely not. She was the most easygoing person in the world. It was, we had so much fun all the time. I would do, stupid things then, and she would laugh it off or we'd move on. And her kind of argument was, yeah, that was, gosh, they were together about 19 years. So that was about 20 years ago. And we have 4 kids and, there's so much going on. There's so much more pressure. So I really I don't think that, and, that there's nothing either of them saying that has validity. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, okay, I get that. And where is that person that you first were, that you both fell in love with? That where are the things that he used to do? Where are the things that you used to do? I was talking to the wife here. Who were you? What and usually that's who we like to be. And she started to cry actually, and she said in session, I miss her. I miss feeling easy and carefree. And I just had a reminder that, she could have that again. Just because we have kids and things going on doesn't mean we can't still be the people we want to be. And as a matter of fact, I think that's more than ever when you have a lot going on and stress or work or children or whatever it is. I feel like more than ever you want to be that person because you need that confidence, that sense of self to come into stressful situations, to get through them well, to have resilience, to feel good. So I'm going to say to you, what are you doing today, right now, in your relationship and just in all of your relationships? Think of your girlfriends or your guy friends or work or your kids or parenting or your parents, whatever. Think of all the relationships. Who are you in them? And is this the person you want to be and present? Is this how you want to be? And I really offer you to think differently about what your options are, who you're allowed to be, who you can be, and what you really want. That's it for today. I'm Dr. Abby Medcalf. I help people really create huge change in their relationships in a relatively short amount of time, even if their partner won't do a thing. That's it for today. Thanks so much for staying in there for this Connection Quickie, and I'll see you next time.